Hello, I'm piercespats. I've written this fan-made, illustrated, and written story of My Inner Demon Season 2 Have Hope. If you are interested in the story, support is appreciated. Thank you, and enjoy.
Rise put his left hand up and rubbed his temples under his glasses. Well, for starters, every person in this kingdom knows the face of Pierce and Ash. Ash is obviously the prince, and Pierce is the previous great general guard. People look up to you.
Pierce interrupted as he wasn't very fond of that time. I don't want to hear it. Your point is? Rise looked back at Pierce. Point is, despite what clothes you are wearing, people will still recognize you, especially Ash. I'm already using magic of mine to hold a horn illusion for Ava. I do not have it within me to replace your horns as well. Noi fidgeted with the hat in his hands.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but since I'm out of magic, and Leaf has been phasing and defying gravity, Ash has used a great amount of magic to get us here, and you used it to bound the walls of the magic source in Ava's apartment and everything else. What has Pierce done?
Pierce looked back at Noi. I've done nothing, and I don't plan to. Ash folded his arms. Noi's saying you use your magic to disguise our horns while we hide our faces. Are you dense? Pierce looked down as he ran his finger against the blade of the sickle. No. Rise looked back at Ash. He refuses for a reason, leave him be. I'll ask Leaf when it comes to that point. For now, we need to find Deimos clothes that make us look worthy enough to enter the castle. Ash sat on the ground as he twirled the flower's stem in his fingers. No, there's another way around. Rise looked down at Ash and sat on the grass with him. I take it you have a solution. Noi sat down next, and soon Pierce sat on his knees with his hands in his lap. Ash picked the flower and dismembered it of its petals. Indeed. How have you been contacting Lady Grandma, Rise? Rise thought. He put his hand up to it and held his necklace. That's right. We can get connections to Lady Grandma and she can get us in and get clothes and materials. Ash, you're a genius! Ash put his head against his shoulder. I try. Rise thought about it for a moment. Though, I've only been making connections to her through mirrors, and mirrors only belong to those who can afford. The upper class. Noi picked the grass in fistfuls and let it fall between his fingers.
That's right. We can't access a mirror unless we break into a resident's house.
Pierce added. No Deimos has the kindness of humans to let us in, even if we asked. Rise nodded. Exactly. So, mission break-in? Ash grunted. Well, the thing is, people know Rise as Lady Grandma's pupil, and he's the only one that truly needs inside. If anybody sees Rise making a break-in, they will know for a fact that the rest of us are all here. I'm sure they've been keeping track of who's missing. Leaf came back with the other sickle in his hand. I've been eavesdropping. I hope Rise get in there. Noi, Pierce, you two need to make sure absolutely nobody sees Ash or you two. Though stay within the general area so I can find you when we get out. Pierce put his hand on the blade of the sickle as he spun the handle so the handle is pointing at Leaf, giving it back. Leaf took the sickle back and sheathed both of them back. Rise got up from the grass, dusting off his pants. So, you've heard about me using your magic to disguise us, right? Leaf grunted and looked to the side. Yes, I heard. I don't understand why Pierce can't do it though. Pierce grunted. I'll do it when it's absolutely necessary. Noi got up.
Good enough for me. We need to find a place to set up a base camp though.
Rise looked back at Ash. Do we take in a prisoner this time? Ash shook his head. No, we know this place. Have any of you been to the Crystal Cove?